that you've been told. It's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different world. It's a different world than where you come from. Ooh, 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 than where you come from.
Favorite character is Whitley.
Whitley. She's dramatic and she's fancy and she's the original bad and bougie, and you know it's fun to watch her character grow throughout the show.
To put that out there as a character type but still show her human side as well was a really cool dynamic. My favorite character is Jaleesa. Even though she's the older one of the group, I feel like I would resonate with her the most because she's the most mature and already lived a life to an extent.
My favorite character is Ron because he's very carefree. Even though he doesn't take college very seriously, he kind of represents like a lot of students in the real world, you know, just kind of dating around and being funny and not taking things seriously. He is definitely a comical character on the show, and that's why he's my favorite.
I love Dwayne. Dwayne is like the man. Dwayne is determined, he's intelligent, he's devoted, it doesn't get better than Dwayne.
The episodes that really stuck out with me is the way that even though you have all of these different students on campus and they all have different interests, they all still find a way to be politically engaged, you know, regardless. You even had Whitley at the political meeting, and you know, just her character would seem that she's not interested in these types of things, but that's how it is on a college campus.
One of my favorite episodes is when she spent her tuition money on furniture. Everyone around her was trying to advise her not to do it, and she went ahead and did it anyway, and it turned out that she couldn't get the money back in time to pay her tuition, so she was looking at getting expelled or whatever, and Dwayne had to come pick up the pieces and sell his beloved computer to get the money for her tuition. And she was really happy at first, but then she started to realize that maybe it's not so healthy for the relationship for him to always be bailing her out, and maybe she should take responsibility for her actions.
You know, history definitely repeats itself. We can see what sitcoms were like in the 90s. So, see fashion, you can see how things are funny, what was in style, what was trending, how people acted, even though the 90s wasn't that long ago. But, they promote education, which is awesome. Plus it has more substance to it than TV shows now, I think.
It's important for people in my generation to see this and see themselves, see young African American youth portrayed in a positive light.
It's definitely important to keep these things trending because it gives us an opportunity to see what was and get ideas and create new content that's relevant to us today, but also still learn from what was going on then. I think a different world to us will be what the Cosby Show was to our parents. It's something that was a staple in our childhood and helped us see ourselves on TV, not just twerking and trying to rap, but actually trying to build careers and lives.
I mean, the one obvious reason is comedic gold. It's hilarious. It's just one of the great shows of that era. We're always producing great things, but as far as the history and the evolution of the culture, that's very important to keep around for the youth to see it and see where we come from and kind of help them show where we're going.
It's necessary for these types of shows to exist because it presents an alternative reality based off of what's usually portrayed in the media. Because it was such a realistic HBCU experience, they were able to incorporate a lot of different aspects into it. So like I said, you have the cooperative politics, you have people exploring their passions and finding their identities. Then you also have, the common things people deal with as far as social life and how they balance their relationships and their academics at the same time. And you basically just get to see these young African Americans really grow and really cultivate who they're going to be as a human being in addition to a successful business person or student. And I think that's very important for our youth to have access to.
definitely shaped like an hourglass.